Welcome to the RADelaide Summit podcast, where we make you question your own performance because you're probably doing a shit job at it anyway. We are your summiters, Alex,
Hey,
Frankie,
Hey, man.
and I am Josh. Each week we watch you do your efforts up Norton Summit and then discuss them here on the podcast. We will probably shame you, but we will not name you. Episode 4, here we are again. How is everyone doing this week?
awesome.
Cool.
Are you broken today, Frankie?
Frankie's broken. She's just come off the
Words on your
plane.
screen. Cool. Hey.
Well, what a week it's been. We've had every weather imaginable. Not that you would know, Frankie. You've been on a romantic getaway to some fantastic tropical destination.
Dingo whoop whoop town.
But certainly earlier on in the week, we had some ideal weather for some indoor training, which was fantastic. But, you know, towards the end of the week, the weather picked up, the sun came back out from behind the clouds, and we were able to resume our normal riding schedules outside again.
Yeah, we did.
So, as we normally do, let's fill the listeners in on our weeks and what we've been doing in or around the summit this week. Alex?
Yes, so I've had a real solid bike-related week. Unfortunately, crits were cancelled last Tuesday due to weather, so the ergo got a workout, as did my mental strength. Thanks, coach. For those that don't know, we have a lovely little pain cave called Echelon Cycling Studio, which makes up most of my Wednesday evenings, run by a bunch of great, talented and especially motivational cyclists, so I highly recommend giving that a try if you haven't already. I had my first PT session, so off the bike, a little bit of strength training. I was sore as shit after that. Still till today. It's 4 days later. And then, Saturday got on amongst the chop ride, which was amazing until a car got involved and took out a couple of the BE team members. So,
Dude, I heard about that. That was crazy.
It was hectic. So, wishing you guys a speedy recovery and no long-lasting effects. But after that, 130 Ks in the legs.
Head back home?
No. Norton Summit.
Oh my God.
130 Ks, rolled over the line with a 16:03,
No.
which after the day I had, I was quite happy with
I
that.
don't know how you do it. I can't even do a 16
Imagine getting
minutes on
a
fresh
16.
legs.
I was hanging on to the fast boys to the first switchback and it was like catastrophic fail. So yeah, that's me. Josh, how you been doing?
Good. Look, another solid week of structured training in the legs. And guess what, guys? I think I'm due for an FTP increase.
Yes. We're going to jump on board this together, aren't we?
We are going to
Ramp
do
test.
a ramp test. So keep an eye on the socials because I will shove the code that you need if you want to join Alex and I doing our ramp test next Monday, the 21st of February. We
It's
use
gonna
the
be so
program
moist.
Trainer Road. So if you're a Trainer Road user, we'll put the code out on our socials and you can join us doing our ramp test or just tune in and be creepy and watch us.
You will need a smart trainer for that if you are going to jump on board.
Yes, so come prepared and prepared to suffer. But apart from that, I got out on the summit again on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was so good to be back out there again. So good to just see everyone out there doing their thing. And I think I'm going to call Sundays Summit Sundays from now on.
I like it.
Nice.
Now, enough about me. Frankie, tell us what you've been up to.
Well, I haven't been up Norton Summit because I've been in Mount Isa, as you guys mentioned earlier.
I think it's pronounced Isa.
Just like working for the man in the mines, earning that cash dollar for my new S5. Literally, it's the anus of Australia, by the way. Mount Isa, that is, by the way, not the S5. So no offense to any local Mount Isians out there.
See, Isian, you said it.
Yeah, so unfortunately no riding was done. However, I did see a couple of people riding around in map kit. So I reckon next time I'm up there, I'm going to bring my bike up with me.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll around with the locals, get some good content, and maybe I can bring the podcast to Mount Isa.
Ooh,
Quite possible.
that's one way to kill the podcast, I
To
reckon.
the other three people. At this rate, you're never seeing your S5. I will be confiscating it when it arrives until further notice.
Dude, why?
You ain't riding enough to get an 18-minute Norton. That is exactly why. You know the rules, 18-minute Norton or no bike.
And that's not the only thing that's at stake here.
Okay, here we go.
See here, listeners, we have briefly mentioned Frankie's journey to an 18-minute Norton. But what we haven't told you is that it is a monumental amount at stake here.
Okay, your definition of monumental is interesting.
Shh, adults are talking, Frankie. So at the back end of last year, when Frankie decided to go balls deep into cycling, wanted to get absolutely shredded, we set a goal. You guys already know this one, 18-minute Norton, and she can buy herself a new bike. She's literally the worst and bypassed that one, but it technically hasn't arrived, so we still have some time. But what the listeners don't know is that some people have forked out some bets for Frankie to get a sub 18, aka 1759.
So we have some members in the community who have put their dignity on the line for the sake of progress, willing to risk it all to give Frankie the motivation to train hard and get up the summer in sub 18.
Okay, look, they have made these bets because they don't think I can do it. And like, honestly, I don't think I can do it.
You can.
You don't think you take that negativity out of the room, come back in when there's some plus signs on your forehead.
You're an idiot. But yeah, no, there are a few people who've made bets, and it started with one man. This man's a good buddy of mine, and he's actually a good friend of Alex's
Don't
too.
ring me into this.
And alongside String Bean, who is the guy I met on Tinder, this guy that I'm talking about is probably the main reason why I'm sitting here with you all today, also semi-balls deep into cycling.
He also sent you away to Mount Isa, resulting in the delay of this podcast.
Yeah, so please direct all complaints for delayed podcast to this person. Thanks.
He is also to blame for introducing you to all of us, infecting us with that weird-ass mind that is well and truly in the gutter.
Yeah, please direct all complaints to this person still. Thanks. Anyway, we don't want to give out all this poor bloke's details, so for the sake of the podcast, we're going to refer to him as, drumroll please, Queen Laquifa. This is literally how I lose my job. Anyway, this is what Queen Laquifa has said. So take a listen, and please forgive for the shitty audio because this was recorded before we realised we were going to do a podcast.
So I concur with Frankie's bet. A bet, we'll call it a bet, a challenge or whatever. If she can get an 18-minute Norton, I will learn whatever songs I like on the violin, and I will play it back to her. Yes.
Yeah, so to clarify, he said that if I did a sub 18-minute Norton, he would learn any song that I wanted on the violin.
On the violin, people.
Any song.
Any song, and he would play it back to me correctly. Luckily for Queen Laquifa, we got this statement on record.
Unlucky.
But for the listeners, a bit of context, Frankie is actually a classically trained violinist. Adelaide Youth Symphony Orchestra kind of shit.
Yeah,
So I think the premise is, if you get good at something that I'm good at, then I'll return the favour.
Correct.
He probably wasn't of sound of mind when he made that bet, I don't reckon. Probably a few pints under the belt.
A few sherbets there.
I mean, that's information I'm not going to confirm or deny, but once I sent around to the boys, others started jumping in on the bandwagon, and that solidified its legitimacy. So...
You made a bet too, didn't you, Alex?
I did put forward a bet.
Oh.
I shall. It's also been video recorded. Take a listen.
All right.
Frankie, if you do an 18-minute Norton, I will ride up there on Alana's bike with a basket and put fucking streamers on there. So let me give you a bit of an idea. This bike probably weighs 20 kilos, has cranks that are like 130 mil long, and is the furthest thing from my road bike ever.
It's about 15 kilos of streamers, isn't it?
It's going to be. There'll be a picture on Instagram later.
Look, and it wasn't just Alex who made a bet. We had another friend of the podcast. We'll call them Corona Lisa.
Corona Lisa.
Who also put in their bet as well.
Here we go.
If young Frankie, this little one, does an 18-minute Norton, I will join her and Alex on Alana's bike, and I will do it in a pink
It's on video. Pink tutu, fucking heavy hybrid city bike, and a violinist. all happening. So as you can see here, listeners, we have 3 noble steeds ready to risk it all for Frankie.
I don't know about noble.
Brave.
And by the way, Queen Laquifa, when Frankie gets a sub 18-minute Norton, we're going to make you play violin for the listeners here on this podcast.
Yeah.
And you know what? I reckon we should raise the stakes even more and open this up level playing field. What do you think, Josh?
Yep. I reckon so. Well, I reckon if you would like to join in on this bet,
Well, to be honest, it's not really a bet. More so a reason for Frankie to get his shit together.
Yeah. So if you want Frankie to get her shit together, please send your audio files to @RADelaide Summit Podcast or to any one of our social media pages or our email address and tell us what you will do if Frankie gets her sub 18-minute Norton
Good
time.
Lord.
We will share some of the submissions on the podcast when we receive them over the course of the challenge.
Literally, I'm just imagining a group of absolute tosspots going up Norton Summit in tutus and clown uniforms, and at some point this year, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But also the pressure, so.
Well, there we go, Frankie. It's going to be a whole community effort.
Look, not only that, but I reckon we should announce whenever you'll be going up the summit to try and beat your PB over the course of the year via
It's called
our Instagram.
training, Frankie.
Stalking.
I like how you say a year because it will probably take that long.
That is so rude.
All right, so if you're feeling somewhat charitable, come along with us when Frankie tries to beat her PB. Make sure you keep an eye on our social pages to know when Frankie will be going up so you can join along and lead her up.
As long as you don't mind listening to my incredibly ear-piercing sex noises while I'm going up.
It's quite hectic.
Alex can confirm he
That
loves
might
it.
actually attract some listeners to come along.
Stay away, please no.
It's quiz time.
Oh, again.
It is
Quiz
quiz
time.
time. It is quiz time. All right, here we go.
So I guess this is to put it in context for those that might be your first time listening. Frankie's getting a new bike shortly,
S5.
S5.
She thinks
Big
it's
dog.
an S5. She doesn't even know.
She wants to know how to maintain her bike. And last year we kind of discovered she doesn't know jack
Shit.
about any of the parts on her bikes.
Or just general stuff.
Or just general stuff
lifey
about
kinds of
bikes.
things.
Literally, all I know is it's got 2 wheels and then it rolls. Do
So-
I deserve an S5? No, I really don't.
When you get 18-minute Norton,
So what
yes.
we're going to do is we're going to chuck a couple of questions at her each week and bring her up to speed in maybe a less
Shame me in
than
the process.
comedic fashion.
No, definitely not. All right, cool. This is an easy one.
Okay.
Part A of question 1 is easy.
Oh god, there's more.
What is the part that changes the gears on your bike?
Oh, the shifter.
That is not incorrect, but at the other end of the shifter, what is the part?
The derailleur.
Yes.
Did you see that, guys?
Yeah.
I guessed both things.
Wait.
correctly.
Part A is easy.
Oh god.
Spell derailleur.
Oh fuck. The only reason they're raising these is because they went into my Excel spreadsheet and they turned on autocorrect and they saw all the red lines.
No, I didn't even do that. I just looked and there was like a besquillion mistakes. Anyway, spell derailleur. You're not getting out of this.
Okay, derailleur. D-E-R-A-I-L-E-R.
No.
No.
Close.
Very
Nice.
close though.
Thank you. That's an
there.
educated
There's a
guess.
U in there.
Really?
Yeah, E-U-R. Derailleur.
Okay. Whatever.
All right, this is a really important one.
Okay.
Very important one.
Okay.
When making adjustments...
Where?
Okay, wait, I haven't finished the question yet. On your really expensive carbon bike frame,
Okay.
making adjustments to bolts on this carbon bike
Okay.
frame, what tool should you use?
Carbon fiber. What's the stick called? With the flat.
What are you doing? Oh my god, listen, if you can see the... What are you doing with those?
Okay, no, it's got like a flat thingy, and you can put it in and twist it.
I think she's trying to describe a screwdriver. It's not a screwdriver.
It's not a screwdriver.
I
Okay,
don't-
it's a something wrench.
Jack wrench.
What?
Hang on.
It
no.
stops you from over tightening things.
Oh, torque wrench.
Yes!
Yes.
This is important because
And a follow-on question from the torque wrench is, what is one of the main tools that you would use to make those adjustments to those bolts?
Bros, what is this?
it's a pop quiz.
Something to put in the hole. I know something for that. I don't know. No,
So
I'm
the
sorry.
tool that you use to tighten up the bolts, loosen them.
And his friend.
A wrench?
It's
But do we
close,
just say a
close.
wrench?
It's got a boy's name.
No, go on. Don't know.
Friend of Steve.
Yeah.
Alan?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Alan what?
Alan Key.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. If Queen Laquifa hears this, he's gonna be so mad at me.
And that, folks, is the engineer's responses to the bike maintenance. All right. That's enough quiz. So let's jump into it. The main reason why we exist. Let's see who's been spinning up the summit this week and check out the times for the folks who have been giving us a show. It might be the fast guys, it might be the slower ones, it might be anyone in between. But like we said, we dive into their rides and the data a little bit more robustly. And then we'll see who and what has caught Frankie's eyes on the leaderboards when she's gives us some hand picks as well. So, Alex,
Yeah, so I'm just going to go start off with number one male and number one female overall for the last week.
the fastest times for this week.
Fastest times for this
Yeah.
week. Just one of. So, male, Colossal Wang.
Yeah.
Back at it again.
The Colossal Wang's back.
Which is interesting. Very fast Norton time, but wouldn't come through and pull a turn on Saturday morning's chop ride when I asked him to.
Look, I think Colossal Wang was just targeting this
I
one
think so,
to get
yeah.
number one for the week.
Anyway,
and look,
so Colossal Wang, 12:25, epic
huge
fast
effort.
time. Yeah.
Look, and had a chat with the Colossal Wang throughout the week, and he was super annoyed that he didn't square off to 400 watts. And
Yeah, I
only
know,
managed
399. Yeah.
399. So
Lift your game, bro. Anyway,
That's a fair crack.
that
Well
is
done.
definitely a fair crack. Top woman for the week. Microscopic noodle bag.
Oh, the noodle bag.
Yeah, with a 14:29.
You know what? I reckon the microscopic noodle bag can give the Queen of the Mountain Time a run for its money.
I
You
think
reckon?
so.
Yeah, I reckon, on track to giving it a nudge. I think
She's only a couple of
minute
seconds.
off.
Yeah,
So,
she's only a couple of seconds off her PB of 14:26. So
yeah, this is
getting in
impressive.
there. It's getting in there.
Nice.
All right, that was the top man and woman for the week. Now we are going into the top 5 men from the 16-minute range, starting with my favourite, Channing Tantrum.
Take it off for the ladies.
Now he has come through with a 16:01,
Right on it.
right
Look
on
at
there.
those watts, though.
Yeah, big watts, big watts. What does that
Massive
say?
watts.
Big watts, 16:01.
Big Watts, big.
Bots, maybe? Yeah. bubble. No, nice effort, Channing. Number 2, low on horsepower with a 16:02. So a couple of minutes off his PB.
Low watts, though, so
watts.
might be a bit of a
Zone
smaller
blue
unit.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm
a bit of a
looking at
smaller
this.
unit compared to the
They're
Tantrum.
both done the same times, but there's like 120 watts difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously a big body size difference between these two riders.
Or
so.
Channing's riding Alana's bike. All right, coming in at number 3.
What the hell is this name?
This is shit. Chris Martin's left nipple.
I'm trying to get his attention, okay?
This is
So
not getting his attention.
Frankie has this massive obsession with Coldplay, and so this one has slipped through the cracks. We apologise.
So that is a 16:02 for Chris Martin's left nipple.
Solid time.
Interesting. Chris Martin's right nipple did a 15:48. So jokes. Coming in 4th place with 16:03. This is Carolina Reaper.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy.
Very
yeah.
spicy.
On the way up and on the way out.
Good solid watts. So.
Number 5, fertilized by specialized with a 16:04.
Look, and pushing again huge watts, 326 average power for that effort.
Yeah.
So, look, I think it's fair to say you need to be pushing that top end in the male category of the high 200s into the early 300s for that 16-minute
Yep.
time bracket.
So that was about 90 seconds off his PB, 14:33.
Solid. Not bad.
Yeah. So moving along into the top 5 women which have been picked out from
Ooh,
the
the
20-minute bracket.
Is this me?
This is
This is
you,
me.
Josh.
All right. For the women this week, we have first up the Ginger Ninja with a 20-minute 6-second effort, and this was their
PB. Yeah.
for the Summit. Well done to the Ginger Ninja.
Good work.
Next up in number 2, a return to the leaderboard again was Passion Fingers with a 20-minute 22, a little bit slower than last week's time of 17:23. But look, I had a look at the ride, and looks like the good old Passion Fingers just took the cruisy classic hills loop, went up Norton Summit and across to Lofty, then back down again. Was planning it was pretty cold that morning. So
Yes, there was some cold mornings.
In the middle of summer.
in the middle of summer, who would have
Global
thought?
warming is real.
Complaining of cold.
Yeah, exactly. And
middle of summer.
ergos in summertime.
Look, next up, Sunday roast.
Hey, what day was this on?
Must have been a Sunday. With a 20-minute 29 time. Not quite the PB, but...
No, but a decent ride.
Decent ride.
93Ks.
Yeah, 93K ride.
Yep.
So, yeah, decent ride. Next up for the week, we have Lance Armweak.
What is that?
It's like the opposite of strong. Lance Armstrong equals Lance
Yes,
Armweak.
no, we got it.
Okay,
With a
thank you.
20-minute 35
The adults
time.
are talking.
A solid 40K ride. I reckon just coming back into it again, just getting their legs back in.
Yeah.
Well done to Lance Armweak. And to round it off for the week, we have Ingrown Eggnog.
With
Yay.
another PB.
With
Good
PB
work.
on a solid 120K ride.
That's
So
insane.
well done to the Ingrown Eggnog. Look, good power. And that heart rate, you were showing your effort there.
Yeah.
179 beats per minute. That's really solid effort.
Good
So
targeting.
Congratulations,
well done.
ladies.
Frankie,
Yes.
who have you chosen for us this week?
What have I chosen? Well, we'll start off with this person is called I Love Lamp. And they have done a 15-minute 39 North
Solid.
Summit. So
Pretty short ride though. So
was it targeted? Not sure.
Not
Are they
sure.
listening to the podcast?
Not
Not
sure.
sure. Would hope so.
Yeah, so they did 298 watts, which is,
It's a solid effort.
solid
so
effort for 15-minute Norton.
Yeah.
Next up,
What on earth is this?
Tongue twister.
we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Creamy Turtle Squatter. And they've done a 1641. So they have a PB of 1501, which I'm pretty sure they're probably crying that they're not in the sub 15 category yet.
Yeah.
But I actually know that this person rode with Channing Tantrum. And he also does ride an S5 as well. And I've also been told that he's mechanically illiterate like me. So maybe
it's an
we
S5
should,
thing.
maybe it is. So like I reckon we should get this person in to do a race with me to see who could change a flat tire
Yeah, but
over
we
the
can only do
quickest.
podcasts like 25 minutes. So we'll have to go over 3 episodes.
Yeah. And then after that we have all-purpose seasoning.
Oh, delicious.
Delicious. With a delicious time of 17 minutes and 26
That
seconds.
wattage though, so low. 189 watts for a 17-minute Norton. That's just not fair.
It's pretty much just a wet rag on a bike. Just like,
That's like me going down a hill.
And they did a 103-kilometre ride.
nice.
So
Wow,
pretty big,
awesome.
hey?
Good work.
And then next after that, we have a continental pizza scroll.
Delicious again.
So this person's done a 19-minute 32 Norton Summit. But we should note, so their PB is 14:27, but their heart rate
I reckon
is
they're on the
high.
comeback. Must be on the
I
comeback.
think so too, yeah.
That is a solid high
But
heart rate
For a 19-minute.
for a 19
Yeah.
minute. That's pretty much what mine is at the moment. So I know what you're feeling. Continental
Cardiac
pizza
arrest.
scroll.
We've been there. And next we have...
To round it out.
Here we go.
I'm probably going to get sued for this one, but anyway. FAP in MAP.
Yeah.
We'll trademark that one. Fap in the map. So we trademarked it. Can't get sued.
Yeah, exactly. So this person's done a 2034.
Oh, jeez.
With their PB is 1450, and they did watts of 263.
But look at that ride, 143K.
That's
So I
insane.
think they might have done this effort after doing a whole bunch of other Ks first.
Are you serious?
I was with FAP in MAP this ride.
Oh,
Yes.
well, that's very cute.
There you
Did
go.
you
It was
guys
very
bond?
cute. Yes, we bonded a lot.
And yeah, that's it for the hand picks for this week. Although we have 3 more.
Three
which,
more.
Awesome.
Yep, so my pick of the week is Zorba Dundee. And Mr. Zorba, he's done a 32:30.
So is this a
but
comeback?
I don't know, because his PB's 21:13. A 19K ride, 32:30.
It's always good. I always like seeing the comeback ride because it always gives you a kind of perspective of where you are and where you can get to. Now, we mentioned this one earlier, Frankie.
Yes, we did. We did. My favourite, Mr. Queen Laquifa.
Hey.
Went up Norton, went up Sorton. What is wrong with me? And this person did an 1858. Their PB is 1634, but that heart rate was at 187. But I do know that this person's DI2 became flat on the ride.
I need to pull you up there.
You do?
Yes.
Why?
Because this person's bike runs SRAM.
I am going to get sued.
The good old DI2 was
DI2.
flat.
DI2,
It's
no.
SRAM. I'm sorry.
So this last time for the week is by a rider that I know, and this person's name is Vajazzling. Loves to get suited up in some good coloured kit. They did a time this week of 22:55. I had a look at the ride, and they actually did a couple attempts at Norton
on the
Summit.
same ride.
So I actually think they're getting ready for the Tour of Goa as well. And so this was, I think, their second effort up the climb.
Good
Look,
work,
nothing
guys.
wrong with getting out on the summit and doing your intervals up there. You might not get the best and fastest time you've ever had, but you will log a time and
Such
we
a
will
good
notice it.
climb for interval training. It is so good. As you guys might have seen during the week, we had a bit of an Insta poll.
Oh, yes, I did put that up.
Yes, we had an Insta poll for
man.
naming Frankie's old bike.
And Marita didn't have a name.
Didn't have a name.
Shame.
So, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, the winner, drumroll please, Marita Carey.
Wow.
Solid 56% of the votes.
It was a
Looks
solid
like it's
vote.
stuck with that for life.
Marita.
Maybe I should get a sticker on the side.
Yeah, you could do that.
With Mariah
You
Carey's
can
face on it.
start thinking about the name for the S5. We'll choose if it's okay.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I have no idea.
Or
what
we could put it to a poll to the listeners again
No,
to
no one
vote.
is-
No, not the new
But
bike.
you get to choose the names that are in the poll. So just think about it.
I'm just going to do different variations of Chris Martin.
Because
I'll be riding him all the time.
I'm not putting that on the poll. Your bike can be doomed with the crap names.
Tell us what's been happening, Josh.
All right, so as most of us are probably aware, it was pretty crap weather earlier on in the week, and unfortunately the crits were cancelled.
Boom.
That's a big shit.
But Tiverton Tuesday is back this week.
And you're racing, Frankie.
I am in E grade. Woo.
Yeah,
Come
party,
say hi.
party.
So keep an eye out for Frankie, Yellow Buse.
Yes.
She will love it.
Alex is racing too, right?
Alex is
I'm
racing
We'll
too.
be on the track at the same time.
Oh, you can yell at me.
I do.
I'll be at home on the couch. In other races coming up, in NRS, we have this Saturday, the Melbourne to Warrnambool. Huge race. 267 kilometers. It's a fast, it's a long, it's an incredibly hard race, and it really kind of shows you who's in form coming out of the season so far. So it's probably one of the best races on the calendar in the NRS series. Look, on Sunday, the Adelaide Mountain Bike Club have short summer track, XCC, and on Monday, Port Adelaide Cycling Club have Dirt at Dusk in the King's Reserve across from the Brickworks.
Yeah, new spot.
I think this is a new location for some CX racing, so should prove to be some dirty and dusty racing, but
Always good fun.
fun.
To watch.
Lots and lots of fun.
Very, very nice. Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, friends, foes, boats and hoes. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you give us a follow? We're currently on Spotify, Anchor, Google and Apple Podcasts. But if you use a different service, let us know and we will see what we can do to get our podcast on there. Alternatively, our episodes are available on YouTube as well. And please, 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 please tell your friends and share it with everybody.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We are also all over the socials where we give you updates, info, and let you know when the new episodes are out, along with other podcast news and information. So find us on Facebook, RADelaide Summit Podcast, Instagram, @RADelaide Summit Podcast, all one word, or YouTube, the RADelaide Summit Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, like Frankie said.
And hit the bell icon.
The bell icon, yes, ding!
Look, we love chatting to you guys, and knowing your thoughts and feedback. So don't be afraid. Reach out to us. Hit us up on the socials, and let's have a chat.
Yeah, I love shit talking.
Yeah, let's be friends.
Let's be pen pals.
Look, mainly through our Instagram page, but also hit us up on Facebook as well. Or we've got an email address, radelaidesummit@gmail.com. Look, and with that, remember that training is like wrestling a drop bear. you don't stop just because you're tired. We will see you out on the summit this week.
Bye.